Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa recently took a break from the set to recuperate. Now that they have returned, however, they are prepared for an incredible 2025. She indicates there is a significant change on the horizon for fans to watch for with the Live with Kelly and Mark show. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa returned to life together. Kelly Ripa received news when she and Mark Consuelos returned from vacation with their 3 children, Joaquin, 21, Lola, 23, and Michael, 27. Fans didn't have to miss the Live with Kelly and Mark show during the holidays because it was pre-recorded during their absence. Kelly was glad that her kids were able to have a good time playing in the sandbox while they were together. Kelly made fun of Mark for shooting a few unflattering pictures of her, but they both had a terrific day. In addition, Mark had a brand new tan from their beach vacation. However, Mark and Kelly are both anticipating a stunning 2025. Kelly does, however, allude to a significant change for the show. Kelly Ripa teases major upcoming changes in her and Mark's lives. They knew things would change when Art Moore tragically informed Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa that he was retiring. Furthermore, the whispers of a new location have swirled since before he left. But Art mentioned that in the next season, Live with Kelly and Mark would be moving. Kelly has now intimated that the timing has advanced on the huge shuffle, notwithstanding the earlier tease. Notably, throughout the past few holidays, Kelly has been leaving hints. "It's the last Halloween and Christmas episodes," she said. The old studio certainly holds many romantic memories for Kelly in particular. It is also a significant shift for the team. Moving years' worth of accumulated sets, props, and equipment to the new site by the revised March 2025 deadline will also require a significant amount of effort. Interestingly, this comes a lot sooner than Art had anticipated before he retired. Getting down to business, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos discuss how the holidays are the ideal time to box up. The studio Live has occupied for over 40 years in order to be ready for the transfer. They load up their essentials, who are unquestionably the fantastic staff and crew, in a sweet twist on the holiday viral photo box tradition. In addition, they view one another as family and are going to the new studio together. However, Kelly, Mark, and the rest of the crew are welcoming the changes that 2025 will bring. How do you feel about Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa's sweet announcement of their packing preparations and holiday spirit? Does the fact that they intend to relocate into the new studio by March 2025 surprise you? Are you prepared to see Live's new appearance? It was a sunny Thursday morning in New York, but the Live with Kelly and Mark studio buzzed with a different kind of electricity. The opening music played, the audience clapped enthusiastically, and Kelly Ripa walked to the desk wearing a fitted emerald green dress, the kind she always seems to pull out when she's about to drop something big. Mark Consuelos, equally sharp in a navy blazer, gave her a curious glance as they settled into their seats. He knew that look. He'd seen it before when Kelly was about to reveal a secret, stir the pot, or in some cases, both. "Good morning, everybody," Kelly beamed, waving to the crowd. "I hope you're ready for some fun, and maybe a little news." The audience perked up instantly. Even the camera operators exchanged quick glances. Mark turned to her, eyebrows raised. "News? What kind of news? You didn't tell me about any news." "That's because," Kelly said, lowering her voice dramatically, "I like to see your genuine reactions on live TV." The crowd laughed, but there was a murmur of anticipation. Kelly leaned forward, her elbows on the desk. "You know how we've been doing this show for what feels like forever." "Forever for you?" Mark teased. "Not forever for me. I'm still the new kid here." Kelly nodded. "Right. But after so many years, you start to think, what can we do to shake things up? How can we surprise our audience, make things fresher, bigger, more exciting?" Mark sat back, studying her. "Are you about to tell me we're moving the show to a yacht?" Kelly laughed. "Tempting, but no." Then she glanced at the camera. "Although, never say never." The audience chuckled, but they were hanging on every word. Kelly had that magnetic mix of playfulness and sincerity that made you believe she was on the verge of revealing something monumental. "Here's the deal," she said, straightening up. "We've been having conversations with our producers and our network, and there are going to be huge changes coming to live." Gasps from the crowd. Mark blinked. Define huge. Kelly held up a hand. "I can't give you all the details yet, but I can give you hints." Mark groaned. "You and your hints. It's like living with a walking, talking riddle." Kelly grinned. "Okay, first hint. We're expanding." "Expanding?" Mark repeated. "Like the set?" "Bigger," Kelly said. "Much bigger." The audience started whispering. Kelly raised her eyebrows. "Second hint. We're going places." Mark's jaw dropped slightly. "Wait. Are you saying we're not going to be here in the studio anymore?" Kelly bit her lip, clearly enjoying the suspense. "Not all the time." By now, the audience was buzzing with excitement. Kelly went on, "Third hint. You're going to see parts of us, and parts of the world, you've never seen before." Mark turned toward her fully now, eyes wide. "Hold on. Are you telling me we're taking live on the road?" Kelly gave a sly smile. "I'm telling you, pack your bags, consuelos." The audience erupted into cheers and applause. Mark sat back in his chair, running a hand through his hair. "So you've been plotting an international talk show tour without me knowing?" Kelly shrugged innocently. "It's not without you knowing. It's just without you knowing until now." She explained that starting next season, Live with Kelly and Mark would film special episodes in cities across the country, and even a few international destinations. The plan was to showcase local culture, food, and communities while still delivering the same mix of celebrity interviews, games, and banter fans loved. "Think of it as live, but with better scenery," Kelly said. "One week we could be in Nashville, the next in Rome, and the week after that, who knows?" Mark shook his head, still processing. "So let me get this straight. We're taking the show to other cities, other countries, with a live audience in each place." "Exactly," Kelly said. "It's going to be like a traveling circus, but with better outfits." The audience loved it. Some stood to clap, already imagining the possibilities. Kelly wasn't finished. "And here's another surprise. We're adding new interactive segments so our viewers at home can be part of the experience in real time. You could be watching from your living room and still win prizes, join our games, or even have your face pop up on our big screen while we're broadcasting from another country." Mark leaned forward, grinning. "This is actually incredible. Although I'm going to need to learn how to say good morning in at least 10 different languages." Kelly smirked. "Don't worry. I'll handle the talking. You just look handsome and try not to get lost in foreign airports." The crowd roared with laughter. Mark then asked the question everyone was thinking. "Okay, but where's our first stop?" Kelly tapped her lips with one finger. Should I tell you? Or should I make it a mystery destination?" The audience shouted, "Tell us." Kelly gave in. "Fine. Our very first on-the-road episode will be, drum roll please." The band gave a dramatic flourish. "Paris." The audience screamed. Mark threw his hands in the air. "Paris? We're starting with Paris? You're going to ruin me for every other city." Kelly laughed. "That's the point. Start big, then go bigger." She painted a picture of the Paris episode. Sipping espresso at a sidewalk cafe during the opening monologue, playing games with French celebrities, and even broadcasting a cooking segment from a famous patisserie. By the time they wrapped the segment, the audience was buzzing with energy. Social media was already exploding with hashtags like #LiveVosGlobal and #KellyandMarkInParis. As they cut to commercial, Mark turned to Kelly. "You know, you could have told me this at home." Kelly grinned, sipping her coffee. "Where's the fun in that? Besides, now you're as surprised as everyone else. And that's exactly how I like it." Drop your comments below.